Today we're going to talk about PV sill trims. Now you'll recall that we have been building up a 444 for a while out of a box of bits, and amongst the box of bits was this sill trim, which I think you can probably even see, even with my video abilities, that is kind of beyond the pale. And it makes a big difference if we look at the car without the trim. It really doesn't look very finished. Let's come round and look at the side I've already done. And very different. Isn't that nice? It really does pay to do this. I think it's well worthwhile. Okay, before I progress to marking it up for the holes for these self-tapping screws, let's just have a look, because we've got a plethora of peewees in at the moment. We are amuck with them. Over here we've got Mike and Lorna's rally car, fresh back from the Adriatic, heading out to New Zealand next month. Then it's going on the Trans Globe, is it, Emma?
Rally of the Globe.
Rally of the Globe. So quite literally right around the world. And I think Mike is planning to send it back to us midway to be serviced. So that's Mike's 544. As we already know, our 444, which is soon going to go up for sale. If we now come back over here, on the ramps is Don from America and his 544 that was on the Adriatic and lost reverse gear. And guess what? There's an overdrive. So kind of predictable, fairly simple. The overdrive is always going to lose reverse at some point, and shortly after losing reverse, it'll lose all forward drive. So we kind of don't like seeing an overdrive on a competition car. And we advise our customers always to get rid of them if they have it. That's Don's car, working on it. We'll tell you how we get on. And of course, Emma's lovely old Pee-wee. So this started off life as a B16, the car we've just come back from Iceland with. And I'm hoping, with a bit of luck, I might be out with my little daughter competing on the Rally of the Tests next month, so long as she gets to join her ship a couple of days later than anticipated. So we've just got to do a bit of work on this. There's not much to do.
Fixing the wipers.
Yeah, we've got to fix the wipers, and actually that's going to be a new video. So fix the wipers, and kind of it's ready to rock and roll. We'll be out competing, I hope. Anyway, let's get back to it. This isn't what you looked at this video for. We're going to fit the sill trims. Okay, so what we can supply is a fiberglass copy of the sill trim. These work very nicely. They look smart. They're not the cheapest item, but then again, they're actually well produced. The first task that we're going to do is drill the guide holes for the 13 self-tappers that secure it to the sill. Now, in our case, you'll have noticed earlier that we have brand new sills on this car, and so really the job for me is a lot easier. It doesn't really matter where I drill these holes. However, if your sills are perfectly good, then of course you're going to have to get those holes accurately drilled compared to your original sill trim. Now, on the right-hand trim, strangely, we could see where the old holes used to be. So I just had to drill where they were. On this one, I'm just going to estimate where they are, as I say, because I have freedom as to where I drill on my sills. So we have 4 pairs, 2 at the extremes, and 2 pairs there and there. Then we have a single inboard here, and here, a single inboard here and here, and a single outboard in the middle. Now, what I suggest is don't go too close to this raised bit, which is what secures the carpet or the matting in place. because what you might find is if you've offset it inboard to really do that matting neatly, then you might be very close to the edge of the sill. So try and step all your holes that are close to the inboard edge just in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go in the middle there and there, and likewise at the forward end we got these two holes here. So this one, the outboard is fairly easy, and the inboard I'm placing a bit closer to the midsection. Okay, the next pair comes near the second V of Volvo. So we go there and there, and on the aft end, that pair there, there and there. I think I've got evidence of where the original hole was just there, actually, interestingly. Right, now we go, so that's the 8 holes that are 4 pairs. Here's on the aft end, the single one here. Nice. And forward end, single there. And now we've got the 3 mids. So there's the mid inboard, which I'm going to place close to the ribbing, and that outboard one there, and that outboard one there. There we go, 13 holes. Pair, 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 single outboard, 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 and the one single inboard. Right, there's my pilot drill. And let's go and gently do each of these. Can you see that nicely? Yep. Because this is fiberglass, don't use much pressure. Try and just let the bit pull its own way through. First 2. The forward inboard. And the aft pair. And then we'll just wipe it down with a damp cloth just to get rid of the fiberglass dust. There it is. Now I'm actually going to use Posi-Drive cap head self-tappers here. Originally, Volvo would have used chromed self-tappers, but I think this isn't an entirely original car. It's got a B18 engine in place of the B16. I think those black anodized heads are going to look halfway smart. Okay, let's go to the car. So you make sure the piping is correctly in position there to go underneath the leading edge, and slide it into place, tucking our carpet underneath, And just feel all the way along. Just make sure everything is sitting comfortably. Right, I like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm just trying to pull it in a little bit just to see how much it'll go. Yep, I'm happy with that there. That's all feeling very neat. I'm going to drill and secure this mid hole first. And then on a moderately low torque, I'm going to send in that first screw. Okay, a bit harder than that. Okay, now just check that everything feels comfortable. Now I'm going to do the aft single screw there. Let's just feel that. Yep. Now the forward single. Ooh. There we go. Now really everything's pretty much secured now, so we don't have to worry too much about it slipping. So we'll just get the rest of those holes in, starting from forward, working our way rear. There we go. Let's just shut the door to make sure nothing fouls. There we go. Look at that. That looks happy. Let's just go over it with the screwdriver, make sure everything's comfortable. Yeah, that torque is just right. There we go. I suppose it's the reassurance and that the parts are out there to do this. So very pleasant. That looks much nicer. We're now going to do a video of the 444 and see if we can't sell this to some lucky owner. It's going to be a brilliantly practical car. It's got all the character of a split screen and that beautiful dash, and yet with the practicality of the B18 engine. So that video will be coming out very soon. Okay, thank you for your time. I hope this is helpful to you. Bye.